let's run over a very quick overview of basic jiu-jitsu positions, okay? So I will start in side control and Ryan. So oftentimes called side mount, side control, even cross body sometimes. Basically, my goal here, and with most of my dominant positions, is again to be in a position where I can effectively attack and not be attacked, okay? So in side control, I'm typically controlling hips and shoulders, all right? So basically this looks like a T, okay, or a cross. I'm at almost a 90-degree angle most of the time. In general, I'm gonna either have an underhook here, crushing his face, and my knee is down here in the hip. I'm holding him. So this allows me several chokes. I can start attacking arm bars, and I can even strike from here, okay? Which we'll get into all the techniques later, but side control, literally I'm on his side and I'm controlling him, okay? Now, next position we'll talk about real quick is knee on belly or knee on stomach. So I'm up. This is kind of like a midpoint. This is a much more mobile point than the side control or the mount. It's kind of the halfway point between the two of them. So in general, I've either got my shin across his stomach or I've got my knee directly on like his solar plexus, okay? Back leg is up for movement, okay? It's a very mobile position. I can easily stand and get away if I need to. I can switch sides very quickly, okay? So I can move around. Again, I'm able to strike. I've got all kinds of chokes from here. I've got arm locks from here. I can even dive back and attack the legs pretty effectively, okay? So this is knee on belly, knee on stomach. Next position is mount. So mount, very basically, I have both knees and both feet on the ground. Again, probably one of my most dominant positions, okay? I can really rain down with the strikes. Got all kinds of chokes from here, okay? All kinds of arm locks, straight arm locks, bent arm locks. Good, solid controlling position. And there's a couple variations of this. So it can be kind of here in this mid mount. It can be very high, kind of isolate his arms. We can go to like an S mount type position, okay? Or I can even be very low with like my feet grapevine, hip pressure in, smashing him, controlling him, okay? If he tries to roll or move, or maybe I force him, I've got rear mount, okay? So rear mount, typically I've got my hooks in, okay? My legs are on the inner thighs here. Now I can have him belly down, I can break him down, stretch him out. He can be belly up, belly sideways, what have you, okay? So what I'm looking at is just making sure that my hooks are right on right, left on left, nice and tight. And in general, I've got what we call a seat belt grip, okay? So nice and tight control. This is a fantastic position. He really can't launch any kind of offense, especially striking. He's not really gonna hit me in the face, okay? Very easy for me to start locking in all kinds of chokes, arm bars, wrist locks. It's a very effective position to strike from, you name it, okay? Now, in the event that Ryan ends up on top of me, okay? Whether he escaped a dominant position or whether he took me down, he approached me while I was sitting on the beach, hanging out, who knows, but he jumps on me. Anytime I'm on bottom, I want my legs between the two of us, okay? So anytime my legs are between the two of us, this is called guard. So Ryan is in my guard, okay? Now there's a bunch of different variations of guard, but very basically, my legs are locked behind him. This is closed guard, okay? Anytime it's open guard. Then we get into all kinds of craziness, like we've got spider guard, we've got lasso guard, and a million other animals, okay? Butterfly, one of my favorites, butterfly, okay? But the theory here is that my whole body is kind of able to attack and defend, okay? So even though I'm on bottom, Ryan is not any longer in a dominant position, okay? Because he can't effectively attack without being attacked, okay? Can he strike me from here? Yes. But at the same time, I'm very mobile, I can move, I can throw up all kinds of chokes, arm locks, leg locks, I can strike back, okay? So he's not in a position where he can effectively attack without being attacked. So if we just keep in mind, anytime I'm on bottom, I want to get my legs between the two of us, okay? And manage my distance. Now, as the top person, Ryan is in my guard. So he wants to pass my guard, okay? So his job as the top person, don't get tapped out, right? Don't get swept. And by swept, I mean turned over. So there's a lot of times where, boom, I'm in guard, I turn him over, I come out on top, okay? He wants to not get tapped, not get swept, and then pass my guard. So he needs to get past my legs in order to get a dominant position. Okay, so first dominant position we'll do, he'll pass my guard. Oh, and he goes to side control, okay? So now I'm on bottom of side control. We talked about the top. This is a good spot for him to attack from. I need to escape. So in general, guys, every time we're escaping, I'm either gonna get to my knees or I'm gonna get back to guard, okay? So as the bottom person here, I, number one, protect myself, okay? Very often, it's something as simple as just me getting my frames together, bridging to create space, getting my knees back in. Boom, sometimes I'm either getting straight to guard or underhook. I'm working to my knees where I can now start attacking, okay? Same concept goes for almost every inferior position. If he goes to knee on belly, again, I don't want to just hang out here, okay? Whether it's a striking scenario or not, the longer I sit here, the more opportunity he has to attack me, okay? So immediately, I'm defending myself. I'm making sure my elbows are tight, my chin's down. I'm not going to choke their armbar. And I'm looking at escaping either again to my knees or just any kind of motion that's going to get me back to where my legs are now between us, okay? He goes to mount. Again, like off the bat, guys, I don't want to let him get there, but he does. He gets there. So now I'm looking at getting to guard or getting to my knees, okay? So I need to escape, creating those frames in the hips, getting out. I've got my legs between us, or we can do something simple like what we call upa, so like a turnover, boom, where I get back to my knees, okay? And then the same thing goes for this rear mount position. Very simple. Defend, defend, defend. I'm defending myself, defending my neck, defending my arms. So I can either, in this case, normally it's just me getting to my knees or getting my hips out, okay? And what I mean by that is sometimes it's as simple as me just getting my shoulders down, okay, sliding. Now maybe he comes up on top, but I get my legs in, okay? Sometimes he comes up on top and gets a dominant position if I don't do what I should have been doing. But get my shoulders down, get my legs in, right? So there is guard or to my knees. Okay, so boom, I can start escaping. I come up to my knees. Now I'm in his guard again, I'm passing his guard, okay? One of the only other really basic positions is what we call turtle, and it's kind of a defensive position. So there is some offense from there, but not a ton. It's definitely a lesser control position than guard or any of the others. But Ryan ends up here, and this could be off of maybe he took a shot and I sprawled on him. Maybe I was passing his guard and he got to his knees, but he's just kind of on bottom in this defensive position here. So he's going to protect his elbows, he's going to protect his legs, he's going to protect his neck, okay? Now, as the top guy, depending on the scenario, obviously if we're in a striking situation, I can strike, not very good for him, okay? I can still attack the neck, boom. I can attack the arms, okay? So I have a lot of submissions I can attack directly from here, or I can start creating openings, boom, looking at taking the back, okay? Okay, so from the top in that turtle position, I'm always looking at either attacking the submission or attacking a new position, whether it be just turning him over or going to his back, okay? If I'm on bottom, again, looking, in this case, I'm already on my knees. So in general, I'm just looking to re-guard or to get up, okay? So I'm here, re-guard, very simple. Get my legs back between us, okay? Or something more along the lines of like a sit out, and I'm getting back to my feet or back to a more neutral position.